branches or whatever the fuck he's stuck in, are they magical by nature, or can I just cut them up?
They are likely magical in nature, or at least when they were first conjured, but right now they just appear to be regular.
They're just regular now?
Yeah.
Alright. Is it possible to cut them with a swing, or do
Yeah,
I need a little
absolutely.
bit
They
more?
don't look like they take much effort to cut through.
Ah, good grief. Hold on, I would just go back here. I'm gonna set up a little bit. I'm guessing there's probably like a bunch of glasses here, maybe for some wine or something.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I'm gonna grab some, and from my spacious pouch, hold on, why is this not in my spacious pouch? Okay, I can't move it for some reason. But I have this, so I'm just gonna use it to, pour some.
Pour some. Okay.
Yeah, pour it at the table, and after that, I'll just go back and cut the branches.
I heard a little bit of grumbling and tumbling and arguing. What you in this for?
Well, the arguing is mostly. I mean, that's normal, isn't it? In these part of professions, adventurers, leagues, when you're in a party, a team, so to speak, bound to be few disagreements, few arguments, free discussions. I just simply had a discussion to not repeat this mistake, because quite frankly, I wasn't exactly planning on this. I'll just take a sip.
He takes a sip as well and says, well, I wasn't planning on having a Viking come in, start thrashing shit around him, while the rest of you try to hop in and beat the shit out of my employees. Now they're all probably dead and rotting outside.
Oh, they're not rotting.
Check up on me. But I got bosses above me.
Take this from me, who has been actually at the pyramid. And now I'm very distant from it. I can see it from the side. Every time you think you're somewhere around the middle, you're two steps below what you think you are. Always. Right. Listen. The reason why I'm in this situation is... You know that man? The yellow eyes keep speaking all about, preaching about promises that sound genuine at first, but the more you think about them, they just sound like bullshit.
Of the skin and eyes. Regardless,
Don't know.
I will say this. What about this politician trying to get revenge? Trying to kill him, trying to bribe him?
Revenge is not the perfect word. I'm looking for... Just say he has something I need. And, quite frankly, I do not like him. He is planning on doing stuff that is detrimental to everyone who is not even a string connected to him. Either you're connected to him and he benefits from your work, or let's just say you are looked upon as anything but a pig. Right. I know that. But the reason why I'm saying all of this is I need you to go back to your people and tell them that what happened here. Try to lie to them. Tell them that something happened, a smoke bomb perhaps, an illusionary spell. Something believable. And if you can't lie to them, if they want a person, a name, try to delay it as much as possible. Give two. And then pin the blame on me, and me only.
He purses his lips in consideration. My men. I think that would help get us even, you know.
I could do that.
Go ahead, round up your other Zorayans.
I'm gonna stand up and just chug the remaining, like, wine. Pleasure doing business. And I'm gonna reach my hand out.
You reach with your left hand, and he will join. You hear sucking noise as he clasps your left forearm and shakes it.
I have a strong grip for this one.
When you squid, like when you press into his forearm, it's like your fingers sink into like a soft cushion, but it's just meaty.
Right. You can stay here. I'll go get the money.
He'll nod.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've suddenly forgotten the layout of this entire area.
The tavern is here. You did watch Lynette walk with a capybara into this tavern.
Yeah, Artis was pointed at tavern. I used to, I need to redo my fog expression. Oh my god, clappy, clappy.
So bright all
Luno's gonna, is there like a berry on top of this strawberry milkshake?
Yeah.
Yeah, Luno's gonna grab the thing, give it to Coco.
You watch as Coco cranes her head up as she nibbles on it before she starts chewing on it.
Consequences of, well, Barnaby's entire party is no one void. We just need to pay him the compensation.
So, basically, pay him for more mercenaries.
Well, those mercenaries are not going after us, so look at it like this. Those mercenaries are gonna fuck off somewhere else. If you want to, deal with them later. I could even help you, I hate them. But not now. We have too many enemies, and I prefer dwindling the amount by a significant amount. Considering... What was the fucking name?
Krenel.
Considering Krenel is big enough to pay enough mercenaries to drown us out, even if it's just lowly payments. 200 from both of you.
200. Oh.
What, you don't have that money?
I should have enough. Do you want gold or actual money?
I think Krenel works with gold better if you have any, but I'm sure if you just give him the value, he will just convert it somewhere.
And I will subtract 250 gold.
I've already subtracted myself, you know.
Yuki's gonna like turn away and then take the gold out of his bag and then hand it to you.
You watch as he also is equipped with a spacious badge.
Amazing, incredible.
That's a type 1.
We both have spacious pouches in a notebook.
In the Krenel building. I'm just kind of chopping it up to her being a wish-to-life puppet, and she is able to speak with other dolls and whatnot.
Reverb Vose says to you, Linnell, "Don't let them know our secret. They're gonna think you're crazy."
Huh. What are those dolls saying? They could have valuable information.
Well, they are currently saying that I should definitely not take the money from Mr. Yuki.
Take his money. You're poor.
Well,
Linnell, you can't fight crime if you're homeless.
well, tell those dolls that
That's
if you
cap.
Says Budesco, famously homeless.
No, you're right. Liam comes in, that's cap.
But we will need to compensate the man with money.
Ah,
Do you have any? Gold. 250 to be precise.
I have 210.
And 10?
And 10.
Right. Could you give it?
Yeah?
Alright.
You watch as the druid easily hands it all of his life savings to you.
Oh.
Yeah, no, like, I do actually just hand you all of it.
You realize he is truly dedicated to his cause.
Right. Oh, I'll just compensate.
I've watched nature for some time.
Is that so?
Yeah, it's probably a bit obvious, I understand. But,
You don't say.
you watch things die. It's the cycle of life. I've joined with one adventuring group in the past, and I've observed some others. It's interesting how different groups do things differently. It's kind of why I just went along with the fight. I wanted to observe, if you will, what exactly happens next. And here you are. Interesting.
Well, look at it this way. I've worked my entire life alone, so
So
I
I'm
prefer
sure
doing things myself.
I'm sure working with a group such as this has been nothing but your favorite thing in the whole world, huh? Hey, get out of
Oh.
here. Go get the rest of your gold. I still need to finish up here.
You know?
Hmm.
I like you.
I'm a simple man. What can I say?
Simple man.
Mushi hits the cool pose around the corner on the corner of the building.
You said you never know how you were exactly made, or you don't remember your past.
It's never bothered me per se. I kind of just I woke up undead, middle of nowhere, and I was like, well, I made do with what I had ever since.
Dead who serves nature. It almost seems like an equalizing force here.
Equalizing, but also ironic.
Yeah.
In a way.
And the fact that Mushi is here is probably helping to tip the balance in favor of nature.
You could heal people, right? You have that positive druidic energy.
I do, yeah.
Doesn't it hurt?
It's the energy doesn't exactly come from me as much as it comes from the connection I have, if you will.
So it's more like you pulling it rather than you controlling it.
I pull it from nature when I think others who use the energy pull it from themselves, you know?
Yeah, you're not the reservoir.
I simply utilize.
Right. I'm curious about these things.
Thank you for the business fund, but whatever happened here was, let's just say,
An unfortunate accident.
hold on.
I'll just quietly, go back. I'll sit down on a computer and, open my book. Because the way I imagine, roleplay-wise, I retrain and relearn stuff is, the book I said has, infinite pages, so eventually I have to, eventually go to the page where it's all about computing and I just start reading.
Mm-hmm. And you trade in your knowledge. It's like you're sacrificing one of your information in your brain to replace it with another bit. It's again, you're almost like retroactively understanding.
Yeah, it's interconnected with the book itself.
Yeah.
To spend on that. Gods know I would not like to be chased down by mercenaries right now.
Yuki will shrug, kind of tap some of the cigarette ash out and say, from what Von Butcher has said, we won't have to worry about any of the mercenaries coming after us for now, at least. Didn't go into any specifics, but I'm sure he struck up some sort of deal with the. Yuki's gonna pause for a second and just say, Artichoke. It's just whatever deal he had with Artichoke. I mean, it took 1,000 gold. I'm sure he bought out his silence at least.
Yes, I'm sure yes. What he is. That is good at, I've noticed. That, T.L. Jackson did curse him for his ability to sign so many contracts. Quite a mystery.
I haven't really been brought up to speed, actually, on everything that's happened with you all before, well, you had gotten me this early this afternoon. This T.L. Jackson was some sort of demon, right?
Yes. He's, the fuck?
Okay. Nox, Linnell sucked at expositing that information.
That's true. No, that's true. Yeah,
Feel
that's
that?
true. That's true.
That's
pretty
for
true.
Tai. But he's like, he's
chill.
far away. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
chill.
yeah,
He's a chill guy. I can trust that you can keep a shut mouth. It's my identity. It's, I suppose it can be dangerous in these times.
Your identity? What do you mean?
Well, proper introductions. I am Artis, an emissary of my gods, and a champion of the Preserver. I know what you.
You know, you said you were a champion of the gods, but you never explained who those gods were.
Yes,
That's not uncommon in certain cults.
Oh, it certainly keeps you from going insane, I must assume. I'm old. Been doing this a lot. And
Well, you don't
most of the
fail
time.
over twice.
Thanks, Nell, but it's one of the few perks you get for being what I am. Divine body. Amazing things it can accomplish.
Coco's circling around your legs.
Artis will lean down and pet the clappy blappy.
You watch as Coco's head rears up for chin scratches.
Right, so
Scratch.
it's safe to assume that your gods had sent you here on some sort of divine mission to take down Mr. Shepherd.
Yes, well, I wish they were more clear, but as I've been enlightened to, the cult is dying off. Not already. Practically, what? A few dozen followers left. Power. They no longer speak to me the way they used to. I just have a vague sense to restore balance. I have had to return to my old self. It's funny that you came in now. Yuki, I wasn't planning on being much of a person. Use the force. I'll stand back up. I have detective.
Yuki will shrug and say, I'm not a fan of working with many people, but in situations like this where the investigation could lead to something much more bigger than what I had anticipated. Working
Yes.
in a group is more beneficial than not working in one at all.
Yes, we are dealing with a politician and some nasty occult business. I'm sure you'll catch the drift. What about yourself, Yuki? Who are you?
Well, Masayoshi Yukimiya, private detective, trained psychic from Yamato and had a mentorship in the country of Tylesia before coming back here.
You do it for money? Or do you have a sense of honor about you? A sense of good, I suppose.
Yuki will take like the last drag of his cigarette, kind of put it out underneath his shoe, and look at you and say, well, I was never really in it for money. Just wanted to do good, I suppose. Oh no, like Percy, he lifted his shoe up to put it out underneath his boot, but he still has the butt to throw it away later. He doesn't litter.
Starts licking up the ashes.
Mushi comes up and just
He's a freak.
He just goes, that's that good shit. Walks away.
When I was young, my family and I, we were visiting him in Zaraya. And on our last day we were supposed to be headed back, we got, I guess ambushed is the best way to put it. Ambushed by a couple of vagrants. My parents died in the process and my sister was taken away and I haven't seen her since. The case has been dropped by other Zarayan, at the time, other Zarayan police officers. The police force doesn't exist now, but I have this gut feeling that she's still around.
Noble.
Just so there's no more lies of secrecy between any of us. He's also gonna look back to Linnell to include her in the conversation and say,
thing is, he's working on getting through the computer now.
Well, approaching the vault can be dangerous.
I assume group are, unless they're a really boring group.
from what Artichoke has said so far, something as if about a small army or so is around that vault right now. And well, the 5 of us, including Mr. Daniel, never really stand a chance to get something like that. Especially since Yuki's gonna look around and say, especially with the disappearance of the Viking that started that whole fight.
Disappearance? I know where you went. He went that way. And I point in just a direction deeper into the swamp. Off while I was doing all this. Why?
I was just making a point that I think he's doing his own thing right now.
Oh yeah, something about frogs, you know. I assume that's just how Vikings operate.
Still not a headache.
Well,
Both Mo and
regardless,
Jonathan was much better at handling Ananda.
That was the that was the little pink one and the big night you had before.
Yep.
I don't know. It's weird to say, but that Ananda fella, very free spirited, if you will.
Yes. No, I was canon either way.
free-spirited and has a one-track mind from what I've been able to pick up. Really hates the Migo for some reason.
That's why he's in this era.
Yes, he's somehow managed to time travel.
Well, I mean, all things considered, I guess that's a pretty rational reason to hate something.
He's just gonna look confused and say, wait, so some fungal aliens from a far-off planet visited ancient Norse times.
And
Took
kidnapped a
him,
Viking.
Kidnapped a Viking and threw him thousands of years into the future.
Yes, that is, well, I told you, Yuki. A nasty occult business.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. That seems pretty reasonable to me.
I understand. Why did they do that? Yuki doesn't laugh. I'm laughing at the absurdity of the thought of it happening.
I don't know. Do you know?
I know the language, yeah.
I probably
I'm
won't get the
gonna
chance to.
stop, and I'm gonna stop and stare at you and go, wait, the question was rhetorical. Why can you speak Migo?
Atis, you find that to be the most sus thing about this man now.
The fuck?
Why?
Yes, a colleague of mine gifted me a book about the Migo a few months ago, and I had read the book for a moment.
So you've read a book on the Migo, but you're the one questioning why they would fuck around and take a Viking?
Well, they're not known the time to just do that to willy-nilly. So me asking you all a question, it was more so me just asking it aloud, just as I wasn't looking for an answer.
Anyway, from what I've heard about them, which hasn't been much, is that they're pretty mysterious and the fungal based. And if I know anything about fungus, is that it happens to stick around no matter what you do about it. So for all we know, we could probably find the original Migos that took them. And they'll probably have some explanation. Doesn't mean it'll be a good one, but they'll have one. Isn't that right, Musha? You fungi stick around too much. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking. Tree.
The blood and viscera and other such unnatural things are still littering the office space.
Oh wait, hold on. Did Von the wood that was holding down Artichoke?
No clue.
Go check on that, or else he might be stuck there.
It smells as horrible as you left it.
Did he
All
fucking fall asleep at the chair?
The old man has fallen asleep.
Dude.
Gonna
Is he properly unwooded?
Yeah, he's just chilling. He's just like sitting in his chair.
Percy,
Like,
if I prestidigitate, does he get rid of the smell?
For time being, yeah. Which means that you have to concentrate on removing the smells individually.
Mr. Bliska, do you know about capybaras?
Nah, not really native to the area, but I'm familiar with them.
Keeping this one home. But I don't know about their suitable living environments.
Then I would say the best course of action would be to take him to someone who... That sounded really mean. My point, little fella here, and I'll like kneel down, I'll kind of like scratch his head. And he's not meant to be here. And you could go through trying to keep him as your own, but you're part of an adventuring group, which means you're going to be traveling way more than is normal for someone like this. And you're
No,
going
don't worry. No, don't worry. My friend Eve will.
Oh. Does this Eve know how to care for a capybara?
I don't know.
Well, what I'd recommend then is, wait, where is this Eve? Is she back in the,
Yeah, back in Zaraya. Oh,
She does so without resistance.
I stare at it and I go, yeah, it's a capybara, I already get that part.
An oversized rodent.
Look, what I'll say is, if you and, if your friend can't exactly come to an agreement where this guy should go, there's probably, like, someone in Zaraya who's willing to take care of him. How close this area is to its natural habitat. Granted, if it was being cared for by these mercenaries, it might be too late to return it to a natural habitat. It may be gotten complacent, if you will. So either convince your friend and have them take care of it, or find someone else who will.
well, I'll think of something. For the time being, I gotta work on how to convince Eve.
At the very least, right now, you can take care of them. I'm just saying, this group is most likely going to go after the vault, and I suppose we can leave him here while that happens, but after that, what do you do with him? You can't exactly just keep him around.
Oh right, I could ask someone to keep a lookout for. Oh, what about those mercenaries?
Hey, Capybara, I think go that way. Yeah, there you go. Smart fella.
Or is he a fart swallow?
Nah, fair point, Mushy. He is also a fart smell. I'm just gonna sit down next to the tree.
It is very nice. and calm.
Excuse me.
Tiffany and Tafari turn around.
We'll be going out in a bit. Can I ask you to Coco here while we are away?
Tiffany will answer, "Of course, darling. I'd be happy to help out. Wouldn't you, Tafari?" And he scratches the back of his. I don't know, babe. And she'll elbow him. And goes, "Oh."
Thanks a bunch. She does like a dramatic bow.
Tiffany will stand up and bow as well. Coco will look up at you.
You better know, Coco. No, stay here. Coco, don't make this harder than it needs to be.
As Coco the capybara looks, we'll turn around and walk away. Back to Tiffany.
Then I'll wish it a tear and wish it a tear and I'll be back for you. I promise.
Reaver Rose in your pack. Now, I understand it's a wholesome creature, but I've only known it less than a day.
Right, I should probably check on theirs.
But
Heard
Yeah,
about
I'll
the
have you
Wild
know
District.
there's no pussy.
no, it's a good thing Hunter isn't here to.
It's good thing Hunter isn't here to fucking derail even more with fucking gamer poop. Gamer poop banter with Malik.
Anyway, I gotta go
Bashing
soon. Let's...
butts.
So Yukibia
Yeah.
and Atis and Linnell, you all gather around a sleeping Daniel.
Is he sleeping with like legs up on the desk with a book over his head, like over his face?
No, it's more like he is. It's like he's.
Is the book open?
Yeah.
What kind of book is it? Like, can I see the pages?
Computers 101.
It.
What kind of yours? Why would you answer it as mine?
Because that's how I imagine Danielle would.
That's the most unhelpful answer to me too.
Not much to do to be an emissary about in hell. They kind of just it's hard.
They do have emissaries in hell. They're just a different, the lawyers.
I don't
and
think
whatnot.
I don't think Vishnu wants to send down a mentally ill man down there.
Yeah,
Vishnu,
not
please.
recognizing most of the language written in. Yuki's just gonna walk up, kind of look at the notebook and be like, huh. Kind of shake you awake, Daniel.
He snores like it's his age.
Well, do you have a
Luna
way to
will like
wake him
start.
up?
Luna will start like poking him. Mr.
I
Daniel,
can't remove
wake
the
up.
blind. I can't remove the sleeping condition. Oh. Because I paid him. No, he is. He's the type of man to basically not hold grudges. He's a man of business and nothing else. Whatever helps him climb the ladder, that's what's most important.
Oh, good. Okay, that's good to know. And I assume that book you're reading is going to help you crack into his computer tomorrow morning, too, right?
Astute observation. What do you want to recognize the words?
I recognize some of the words. I don't really know what the other language is, nor do I care to know.
All right. Yes, that should be done by tomorrow. I just needed a little bit of time read information on it.
So wanted to wake you up to try and, I guess, ease some of the tension that's in the party. It doesn't. A very perceptive person had to see that there is some tension going on between at least you and Mr. Artis. I got his side of things, so.
And what's his side?
More disagreements.
If we're to be working as a group, Daniel, we need to at least come to some sort of conclusion together on what to do going forward, and at least be more forthright with our intentions.
Alright. What do you want? Like, what's my problems with Atis? Is that what you want?
Well, now you mention, I'm curious about that, but no. I'm also curious why you want to go to Shepard.
After Shepard?
Because you have to think about it from my point of view. You dragging me along on this without much given to you.
Is vengeance a good answer?
Oh God, Jesus. Okay.
The other one
So you made a deal with Shepard.
made a deal with, well, a king of sorts. I made a deal with an outer being, an outer god. That is, well, the deal was to basically, it was a contract it was my first and only to not think about it, because I was not given much of a choice to think about. If I had my current knowledge, I would have never made that deal. But I made it because of, well, the details don't matter. I just made the deal because I was an idiot. Given, you could say, an ultimatum to make a contract with his outer being god, and in return, the children will be safe. And an extra bonus was that I will gain enhanced knowledge. And that enhanced knowledge was great. It was excellent for some time, but the contract was a working one, or I guess there's no real word for it. Two types of contracts. One, if there's a certain clause that if you break, you'll be punished. And the other one is a working one, where over past years, when the outer being or whoever made the contract decides to, can give you a task, and you must complete that task at a certain date. Consider it like a job.
Right.
I was given a job to kill people who were tracking down the cultists.
And you failed the contract? You didn't or you just
No,
chose to not do it?
No. The thing is, with breaking contracts, there's a severe punishment the stronger the being is. You could try to break it, but, for example, breaking it with an imp, it would cause, at best, internal organ damage, or maybe death.
Right, and I imagine breaking the contract with another being is...
It would most likely, from what I've gathered, turn me into a bunch of worms.
Mm-hmm.
And anything other than that, I don't know, because any information I tried to gather would be impossible. Never shared this information. Right, what? Right, tried breaking the contract with the ritual. Powerful magics that many possess. Wizards, sorcerers, anyone can cast rituals so long as they know the dilly-dallies. Even someone who is not an innate caster such as me. But I failed Or what? See, I broke the contract. The punishment is still active. It's just that it's delayed very, very much. It is slowly coming. I can extend the time by activating a ritual each night. That's why you don't see me at night. Sometimes. I have another plan, which is basically I have another ritual that I've invented myself. It's similar to breaking a curse. I was inspired by its wording and the way it was casted. And the way it works is, well, complicated. Too much to explain, and frankly, I don't even understand 50% of it. But if it succeeds, the contract will be null and void forever.
But you're still working at you're still fine-tuning this whole ritual.
Yes. Every single day.
And what happened to
Oh, they're fine. Well, don't know where they are right now. Don't care about them. Again, that was the only time this is the only time I regret ever making this contract. Because, sure, I've saved a couple of children, but I've killed many more people for that price. Quite frankly, it's not fair.
Right, so, and you're going after Shepard thinking that if you take him out, maybe it'll accelerate decelerate the process of your polymorph.
No, I just need him. He's a part of the ritual.
What do you need from him?
He's a strong connection. And I'm not going to tell any more details. I don't want to.
Well, that has to be the most convoluted way of getting yourself into this situation.
It's funny, isn't it?
In its own way, it's funny in a sort of ironic kind of way. Although I guess you probably don't want to hear it, but I pity you a little bit. I wouldn't want to be in that sort of situation.
Don't pity me.
Thaumaturge and a warlock. That is
So,
quite bad.
let me ask you something. What sort of situation were you in where you had to make this contract with them? If you don't mind me asking.
What do you mean by situation?
Well, what led you to form a contract with the King in Yellow in the first place?
I told you, didn't I? Saving the children, and well, he added an extra spice of gaining knowledge.
And with your contract, you, in a way, you inadvertently saved however many children it was.
Uh, 10. Somewhere around that range. Maybe even 5. Don't remember the count. Couldn't see the children. I was just told that there's a bunch of them. The number is not exact.
Well, at the end of the day, you did sacrifice your own part of your being for the betterment of others.
Again, killed many more people after that. More than a bigger amount for those children. Probably left some other children fatherless. But you see why I don't have a great grudge about him, right? And I look at Aunties.
Sure. Well, indeed a very noble girl. Still, keep yourself in check. Does not justify outbursts of anger.
I only have outbursts of anger after a situation like the one that just happened.
Yuki will take a long drag of the cigarette and say, well, just to give us one goal. The main reason I had even joined up with you all is the fact that you're all also looking for Ariadne Blackwell. I'm looking for her for her sister's sake, and you all looking for her because she's connected to Mr. Shepard in some way. I think that should still be our main priority at the moment.
And we have somewhat diverging leads, though not necessarily
The biggest
exclusive.
lead that we do have is that I think it was Artichoke that mentioned it, right, Daniel?
Mm-hmm.
That the Ariadne is somewhere behind the vaults.
Yes. Considering, let's just wait for tomorrow. The computers are right here. A little bit more time.
Right then. If we get any more information off of that computer, then we can change our plans then, but I guess only course of action is to really try and see what's going on with that vault.
And what are you doing here, little guy?
I believe he's acting as ears for Budesco while Budesco's doing something else.
Is the computer on?
It is. It is a like a Windows 97 style CCTV style, like bulky computer monitor with
Yeah, and
tan white keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, and the book is right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a manual instructions.
Not that I have been meaning to ask.
Hmm?
What exactly are we looking for on the computer?
No idea.
Oh,
Information?
any more information PO Artichoke or Krenel could have about Ariadne Blackwell or Sonic Corex or anything else that could be of interest to us.
Alright, well, main reason I came here was to remind you that, if you're trying to get, like, a password or something involved not necessary, I can get us through.
This is a digital product, not a natural one.
I understand. As long as the vault isn't like 10 foot thick, I can still make it through.
Oh, you're talking about the actual vault itself.
Yeah.
Well, I misunderstood that. Alright,
Oh, the
I have my
aspect
book.
of being alone.
look at it this way. I'm never alone. I have this book. Full of information and whimsy. Well,
You can't talk to books. The tree is already dead.
oh, you can talk with this book.
What sort of book is that?
Just a informative book.
Yuki will shrug and say, well,
I
it
gotta
is
keep some
getting-
secrets, at least, please.
Yeah, sure. As long as
Well,
those
if
secrets
you
aren't going to be
think so.
detrimental. Let's just regroup tomorrow morning and just, Daniel, just get some rest.
No, I have to finish this book first.
Try and get some rest.
I will. Didn't they tell it's in... It's in that demon's, shithole.
I have a spell. It's a pretty simple one. If we get to the wall, as I've been saying, I could just probably get us through. But if need be, we might not even have to go that close to it. If I take some time to rest, really focus on this spell, I can make a tunnel 20 foot deep, and we could probably just go straight down into it, maybe.
Oh yeah, I know about that spell. What was it called again?
It's very simple to remember, man. It's just magic
Tunnel.
passage.
Magic Passage. Listen, from many languages I've learned, they all say it differently.
Well, that's why I only know 3 languages.
Fine. And after about 60 seconds, Daniel, you feel like a weird tingling, tickly sensation.
Static.
Yeah, not necessarily making you like giggle tickly, but like, funny bone sort of
It's
tickly.
like, yeah, pricks.
Yeah, and it's certainly uncomfortable, and but you've dealt with worse situations, so the 60 seconds go by faster than you anticipated. But the procedure seems to be a success. You now have a hairy green orcish right arm.
Gotta clip the nails.
You can move it?
Give me a second. The blood has to flow to the arm.
Yeah, right now it's a little bit frosted, but it's been a minute, so it's not quite as cold.
And also, it's just the blood has to flow through, or else it's gonna feel numb.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try
Hip
this.
You do that?
Uh-huh.
Alright, my head falls off.
Oh shit.
I'll kind of catch it with the hand not holding the staff, and I'll go, Ez, I guess that means the arm's working, huh?
Your head is very easily detachable, huh?
Ah, no, that's more so for the joke. You didn't swing hard enough to actually take it. And then I'll just kind of, if you will, I'll kind of put it and I'll like screw it back on.
Oh, you made me panic a little bit.
But looks like the arm's working.
A little bit. The accuracy is not as precise, which is...
Yeah, I mean, you probably, like you said, you gotta give it some time, but the fact that you're able to move it like that now, you got good chances. Well,
She looks impressed.
well, here's what I'll say. If you need me, I'm gonna go by that big tree they got.
Okay.
And I'm gonna rest there. I assume you're gonna do your reading. Probably
I'll
by
be
the
here.
time, yeah, probably by tomorrow morning, let's say. Should be good. But I'm also not a doctor, so we'll see what happens.
I'll be screaming if there's... well, anything.
And I might be conscious enough to hear. Who
That's
knows?
great.
I don't have ears.
Oh my god. This is
I
a
like
One
that,
Piece
man.
reference.
The Jack
Yeah,
one.
no,
The
like-
little guy's true form is just Shag.
It's just Shaq.
It's just Shag.
Fungal shack has appeared.
But
yeah,
I will
no,
say... Oh, go ahead.
I'll lean against the tree here, take a seat, and I will relax here with Mushu.
You commune with nature, with the Lord of Willows acting as your anchor point. Atis, you are looking out into the bayou.
Yeah, Artis is he's planning on sleeping outside. It's almost more comfortable at this point.
Fair enough. You do have your bedroll. You can sleep within the grove of the Lord of Willows. He will protect you.
Or not. Damn.
The music.
Your protection has been lost.
Your protection, your warranty has expired. Would you like to renew it?
Well, I'm going to ask you about your Lord of Willows extended warranty.
And, like, you'll see him like burrow a bit into the ground, just looking like a thick mushroom, just chilling. And then
Hard chilling.
Budesco, as I'm there, I'll kind of like hit the staff on the ground, and you're not watching. I don't have to describe this. Fuck you.
Fuck it.
No. I will just I will turn into a tree.
You can just do that.
Yes.
Druid.
Yes, with this spell in the staff. So I will turn into a slightly smaller tree next to the willow tree. And I will do this for 8 hours, as this is how I'm going to long rest.
One of the villagers come to commune and
They come on.
they come.
It's a normal tree. I don't have a face. They'll know. They'll know.
He will hand over 20 gold.
Oh, as Linoe watches Yukimiya pays for...
Wait, I meant 10. I'm sorry. Oh, I already said 20. Damn it.
No, you didn't.
You'll kind of wave you off and be like, it's fine. It's whatever.
Mm,
You have a good night, Linnell.
you get to Miss Riki.
Wait, is there like a single bedroom or are they all double? Oh, they're all double, aren't they? Oh, this one's only one. I'm alone. Oh, why can't I see into this other bedroom? That's kind of weird.
Oh, does it have the walls here? Hold on.
There's no wall here. There's no wall here. I can see some people changing. Whoa.
Oh my god, Persona plot.
Nelson Graham is a member of the Moralist International, also shortened to Moral Intern. They are essentially an intergovernmental and economic institution, which is to say they are very much like the UN. In this way, they have nation-state membership, and many countries on Terra are part of the Moral Intern. However, no country in this world is a member of the Moral Intern. However, they are basically using the Commonwealth of Vesper, which is the country you guys are in, that Zarea and Alticia and the Swamp are all located. The country here wants to desperately get into membership status in the Moral Intern. And Nelson Graham is probably just another very high-ranking bureaucrat within this organization. But you don't know too much about the man himself besides his connection to this institution.
Hi. My name is Ariadne Blackwell, but my closest friends call me Ari. I was looking to be your understudy, Mr. Shepard. No longer want to be associated with my family. My sister Emily has made it clear I will no longer be welcomed there. Even when she was the most sympathetic, she still sided with them. Couldn't believe it. All of them want me to be something I don't want to be. They want me to live my life in a way that makes me miserable. I send prayers to
Yeshua.
Hold on. Yeshua, Prophet of Eru. Send prayers to Prophet Mustafa. I send prayers to all his angels. When you appeared, Mr. Shepard, I feel it as though it was Eru's design. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it. Mr. Mala in Zarea says to take such revelations lightly, and that's coming from a priest. I don't know, I just want to be free from the stress and burdens of the Blackwell name and reputation. Just with the creativity blooming in my brain. Feel euphoric when I can use my painting skills in conjunction with my magic. Still learning, and understand you paint in your spare time when you aren't herding your sheep or tending to the farm. Hope you consider my offer. No begging in such letters is beneath everyone, but I don't want to hide my feelings anymore. I don't want to pretend that this is all sterile, professional, and dandy. Truth is, it isn't. My powers need a proper canvas. I don't want people stealing my paint cans or force me to paint in places outside the canvas. I don't know what it is, sir, but I think people are following me. Men in Kevlar and full plate. Men carrying machetes and smell like pigs. Man in a suit approached me one day asking the most hideous pseudo-polite attitude. Asked around Zaraya, I've asked Mr. Mala, he says he's a bureaucrat from the Moral Intern. Please, Mr. Shepard, I seek your aid and guidance. Sincerely, Ariadne Blackwell. Interesting. Hey, Private Dick.
I'm gonna look at you and say, it's Yuki.
I know, I wanted to say the title. Regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Who hired you to find her?
Funnily enough, Emily Blackwell. The same one that was mentioned in the list you just read out.
Well, ain't that interesting?
It's very
Seems
interesting.
they had a bit of a falling out. I mean, I appreciate you two acknowledging the statement, but like you both don't have to comment with
Has the message been sent on this computer, or has it been like captured?
It looks like it's been captured, because if this is a private email sent to Harvey Shepard, how did it get into
Krenel's hands? Okay.
A lot of interesting things from this email. One, it seems like Krenel is after her, but she went to Shepard, and you said the demon fellow worked for Shepard. So, did Shepard put her in the vault? I don't know why I asked that. That's kind of a dumb question. The real question is, why did he put her in the vault then? Was it for her protection or an ulterior motive?
If I understand, the
I don't
shepherd,
know, but
then he most likely has ulterior motives.
Yes,
he
Linnell.
didn't say desperate.
Did T.L. Jackson mention who gave the soul over to him? Was it Ariadne?
It was. Jackson said it was Ariadne who gave over Emily's soul.
You know, that brings into a lot of questions about why anyone would ever give up their own soul then if you just give up someone else's. Hell, maybe I should start making deals.
Guilty
Some-
conscience.
So many people I'd give up. No, but really, if it works like that, why can't you just say, take someone else's soul, I don't care who? Or do you need to know the person?
It
Dude,
needs to
you
carry
need to-
weight. It needs to be painful.
Painful.
Demons.
When we know we
That's
have
weird.
mercenaries outside the vault.
That is
Mercenaries
also true.
have little luck actually drilling through. At least from
Little-
what?
Yeah, but little luck still gives them a bit of luck. And a little luck can go a long way. I think we should probably go for the vault, get her, and then figure out what to do from there. But the real problem now, though, is we got a bunch of mercenaries over there from the same mercenary company we just paid off to not have issues with.
I'm considering.
Well, maybe
If I
we
should-
can try, maybe we can try to talk it through this time.
Well, the issue is we're both after the same thing.
I'm
Isn't
considering
there-
if I should speak with Mr. Shepherd.
How do you
They're
know
in
that
that
there's a-
cave.
Yes, and how do you know there's a genie there?
Well, he attacked us.
Okay. Do you really think he'd be willing to help you? Or help us? If you guys had fought T.L. Jackson down there.
Actually, wait, why don't I ask Lord Wills how far they go on fucking drilling? He knows the lands.
Come on the tree.
No,
Come on
no.
the tree.
What? No.
Come
Okay,
on.
Addis is gonna.
he backs out of it all of a sudden.
No, no, Addis is gonna.
I'll try communing with the Lord of Willows.
Right, see that he's already walked away.
Oh.
Oh, he closed the door at least.
By the way, Percy,
He's got menace.
Mushi has grabbed all the cameras with his tendrils.
Very well. He's just carrying them at the moment in his hand. His boggards were the biggest obstacle for Krenel to actually get to the location. Because you guys had slain the demon, they no longer have an obstacle to pass through. So you did grant this hamlet a massive boon, but it also inadvertently helped Krenel. So that only means that, and if T.L. Jackson is working with Shepard, that means T.L. Jackson at the very least has conflict with Krenel. You can extend that to Harvey Shepard as well, if Harvey Shepard was the one, as far as you or from your perspective, was the one that had this demon protect the area.
Dude, this made Percy really like be like, you know, there is an option to work with Shepard again, guys. He's just such a charismatic guy.
He is only the most powerful politician in this area.
Dude, dude, we're really playing Game of Thrones here. The way I have to side with actual assholes.
Also let you know, Mr. Mala was mentioned in the letter, and you did.
I know, and I was getting to that.
And you did help this hamlet.
Gandala.
Yeah.
You did help this hamlet as well. They are very much on everyone's side here. However, they are not enough to help you all with the vault at the moment.
With
They
an
are
army.
they are way too few in number.
Yeah.
And you know there's an Argonauts League in Blackchapel as well. There's a number of different avenues to obtaining aid. And if Mr. Shepard is not the most appealing option, he is the most immediate, fastest, and most powerful option. But that is something you all have to take into consideration.
Lord of Willows, can you like dig a way through the vault? for us to get through.
Lord of Willows, could you kill the Krenel? PFC.
Otis is
all of
praying.
Can you get my ops?
And the Lord of Willows responds, "Yes, but I need a lot of coom." And I say anything for you, Lord of Willows.
Cool, I'm not asking for less.
Yeah,
I'm not a bitch made god.
Yeah, Yugi will say, we have about like 2 to 3 weeks at best before they actually crack into the vault. And considering T.L. Jackson was the biggest hook, if they want to get into this vault, and I would assume the demon was the biggest hurdle they had to go over, it's safe to say that T.L. Jackson and by extension Harvey Shepard have some sort of conflict with this PMC. Talking with him would probably be the most beneficial. Well, I don't know how much we can really trust the man.
You watch as 2 different little sprouts grow, followed by a 3rd one after a little delay.
Does the eye close or does it remain open?
It remains open.
Why would the Lord of Willows be able to gather? I don't think Harvey cleared out some fucking massive ass sensor across his identity, so some divine ass bullshit. Is Ariadne in? No. Does the vault lead to the pool rooms?
You feel sensation. You look behind, and there are bubbles bursting in the water behind you. And amidst the bubbles of the dark green swamp water, you see the little poop pellets that Coco had left earlier swimming by. As this poop pellets swim by, the water begins to clear, a little fluoride blue-green, and then before it dissipates.
I see. Looks like we don't have to break it open ourselves then. But 2 to 3 weeks.
The eye remains open. You can interpret that as a yes.
Yeah, certainly. I certainly will. Mostly because I know there's one, but Artis doesn't.
I was mainly saying you could ask it because if there is an entrance like beyond the vault, Ariana would be closer to that like vault, that entrance to the pool rooms, right? Because from what we know, we're assuming that Ariane is being hidden with like within the vault itself.
Yeah. Well,
But I mean, I guess with that, with what you got, there is an entrance beyond that vault, the vault.
I just assumed that the vault was like the only entrance she knew to the pool rooms, as opposed to the one that that Saria has. Alondro, but they're pretty. There's like a couple of battle-ready people here.
Yeah. Honestly, I think because we have 2 to 3 weeks, I think the best bet would be to go back and help Mala, and then also see what the fuck is going on with Mr. Graham.
Yeah.
Because if if he's aligning himself with PMCs and he's trying to, establish. I want to keep calling it the UN. Percy, it's not. What is it called again?
Moral intern.
Moral intern. Well, he's trying to establish like a moral intern agency here on this planet. It's incriminating of him to be doing this sort of shady business to begin with.
Yeah.
So we have.
We
that
just need to get
over
more dirt. Well, we just need to get more dirt because again, it's
More
not
dirt over him.
unprecedented. So
Yeah.
The vault leads to the pool rooms, and I am led to believe that Ariadne hides herself in there, or access the vault through the pool rooms.
Oh, that's right. Why don't we just go back to Zarai and get through the pool rooms from there?
That is an idea, but we can probably get a little more information first before doing anything like that.
I also have about 2 to 3 weeks before that vault comes crashing down. So we'll have time.
That's about what I estimated too.
Good investigator. And then it seems like the swamp will have our back, or at least I hope. But either way, may also reveal this to me.
And he puts it on the table.
And be more covert. It'll risk less lives, but it might take us some time.
We do have information. Yuki's gonna like look back towards the computer and say, we do have a little bit of incriminating evidence about Mr. Brown. If he's the one that put out this hit or this search into Ariadne, well, maybe we could try and blackmail some information out of him, or at least try and get him to call off the Krenel forces.
Good
Regardless,
thinking.
I think we need to head back to Zaria regardless.
Indeed.
And he'll pick up the newspaper.
You kind of wipe off some of the dirt and soil.
And
Just very quickly, these sogging wet like remains of camera that might not even be identifiable. Just toss them into the fire, and then Mushi runs out.
His beady green eyes just watch Mushi run. You watch your back. Yeah.
Yuki will shrug, light another cigarette, and then walk out. He thinks he looks cool.
Wait, as you pass me, Mushi takes the cigarette.
Now Mushi looks cool.
Mushi looks infinitely cooler than I ever could.
yeah, no, he kind of like emulates the way you had it in your mouth, and then just pauses, and then you see him shake his head and hand you back the cigarette.
You're taking Coco with you, or are you leaving Coco here?
No, I had to discuss with a friend of mine where we can keep her.
Okay. I wish you the best of luck. It was nice having you, Linnell. You and your friends are welcome back anytime.
Thank you. See you soon.
I hope to see you soon. She will sit down, and she will wave you goodbye. And Tafario raises his mug. Coco will instinctively walk out and swim across. And so, the party embarks on Daniel's carriage, and you make the journey back to Zaria, now with new information, new prospects, and new avenues to overcome your foes. You make your way back to the city of Zaria, and that is where we'll end the session for today.